Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Unruly, and I just got back with back from Super Mario World, and it is kind of they did a soft opening today, and we just got lucky. We just randomly went in the park, and there was a soft opening, and I got some footage, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips and tricks and stuff like that when you get to the land yourself. Stuff that I think that would help you out, and especially like, hey, make your trip really cool. And this is footage from my stream, and this we were like one of the first like 10 people in the land, and it was so cool. But you can hear our reactions. My first bit of advice, my first number one tip, well, I'll let you guys hear like the raw reactions of people. Right? Of course, my reaction. I'm a big dork. And everyone's there, and just me being all excited and stuff like that. But I'm going to give you guys first the number one tip before you go to Super Nintendo World. When it opens, right now the soft opening, so there's no telling when it's going to open, but the opening is coming up around February, early February. My first tip is download the Universal Studios app because that will have the interactive map and features for Super Nintendo World. But if you want to activate those features, and you have to get yourself one of these guys, and these are the power bands. And here's the thing, they're $40, but to me, like a gamer and a super nerd like me, well worth it, because there are cool activities that you can do in the land, and you can see right here. So here's another tip number 2. When you're coming in the land, there is this section right here, which is basically a vending machine for those power bands. So you can either go left, or you can do what we did right here. You can see me just being all hyped and all excited. You can see thank you. And you can see we go to the right to the 1-Up factory, and we said, hey, we wanted to buy the bands because we wanted to make the land more interactive. The land is a lot more interactive and immersive too, and especially if you're going to go to the Mario Kart ride, because the power-up bands work with the Mario Kart ride. So when you go in there and you do all your stuff, it's basically, it saves your points. So here's the thing, you'll be like, Kenny, can I do all the little extra stuff without the power band? The answer is yes, but what that basically does is just hidden things, and it's making noise, and that's about it, right? So like, let's say if your child is very young and maybe not wanting know about keeping score or something like that, sure, you can, if your child's like 3 or 4, yeah, they can go in there, hit the blocks, play the mini games and so forth like that. And but basically it won't save any of their scores and stuff like that. And the cool thing about the power band and the app is it just treats the land like a live action video game, because there are live video Mario Party, I would say, games in the land that you can play, that like, it's basically a live action video game, and it's really fun. So here's me buying the power band, and I think that was the first thing we wanted to do, is get the power band. And with the app, it is really cool because there's there's achievements. It makes the game and makes the land a lot more immersive, in my opinion. It is $40, but to me it was well worth it, right? I can hit those blocks, it gets me coins. They are what will I say, like achievements and so forth like that. And it's really, really cool. And this is just me just on my live stream. Now, another tip. So, right, tip number 1, download the app, right? Tip number 2 is, buy your power-up band as soon as you can. Unfortunately, I think so. From what I hear is the only place you can buy the power-up band is in the land. Now, I wish I could buy it outside so I can come in and just start hitting the ground running. But that would be my thing, because like it just makes the land more immersive. I'm going to show you the app, I'm going to show you the achievements and so forth like that, and in the background you might see the game. But there's my young one, and then like they're like, hey, can we put you on a video, because you guys were like all super excited. We're like, sure. And we signed to make sure that we could be in the video. And I think we go directly into the Mario Kart attraction, and that's tip number 3, guys. When the land opens up, or when the land is open, are you going to go to visit, get to Universal as early as possible, as early as you can. And you want to get there for rope drop. If you're not going to buy like the front of the line pass, maybe you're saving that money for the power band or something like that. Just get there at rope drop. When you get there, walk, don't run, because they'll get mad at you and they'll send you all the way back. So walk briskly, do a little power walk, right? And you can see the footage is a little bit blurry. That's because I'm streaming, and sometimes depending on the cell phone service, that's the quality you can get. But there we are, like the land, the queue is amazing. But see, there's me talking about my power band, showing off my peach drip. But like, it is amazing when you go in the land. So like my main tips is download the app, get yourself a power band, then make sure you're there at opening, and then when you get down there, it'll be less people, right? You just go on a weekday if you can. All right, so here's the app, and we can come over here and you can see star collection. And these are basically the achievements. You click here, punch a POW block. Can only be earned once. And you get 25 coins. Mario Kart. Come over here. Ride Mario Kart 2 times. And these are like little achievements that you get with your power band. And look at all these different achievements that you can unlock. Get coins. This was finished not exactly in first place. The first time we didn't win because if not everybody gets 100 points, Team Bowser wins. So it's basically you versus Team Bowser. Finished first place 5 times on Mario Kart, right? And these are... Yeah, see, so these are all cool things that you get, these little achievements that are in the land, right? And the acorn, and like, these are little stamp collection, Mario Kart. Let's see. And they're just super cool things, right? Like here, get the Goomba on the crazy crank. Yeah, but going back to it, and you can see that it does offer a lot, right? And especially if you are planning to go more than once, I would absolutely get the band, because it's super cool, right? You have all these achievements that you can come back to and try and stuff like that. It is super, super awesome. I just dig it. So I plan to go back. I plan to get on those achievements and stuff like that. And you can get your score, right? I was first place for a while, but we had to leave a little bit early because I had to pick up my youngest from school. So, I probably would have got a higher score. But there are just so many cool things in the land. There are secret power-ups that you can look for. And it is fantastic. It is something that so amazing. And let's see, display capture, let's go here, and we're just showing off a bit of the Mario Kart challenge and some advice for it. You aim with your face. So if I don't know if you ever played Resident Evil 7 VR, what you're doing is you have these lenses and you aim with your face, so you have to look around. Now, an early review on the ride is amazing. Now, here we go. I'm going to talk a little bit about it. If you don't want, well, right now we're seeing a little bit of the ride, and I think I take video of the ride, right? So this is the line queue. But if you don't want spoilers of the ride, I would kind of skip. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but if you don't want to know what kind of ride it is or what that it is, then I would just skip to this next. I would skip, right? But here we go. If you're going to be listening to this, it's a little bit of spoilers into the ride itself. Now, the ride itself is a dark ride, and it is not a thrill ride. So you can take your young ones into this ride. It's a bit of a slower ride, but it simulates like a speed. So it's like, picture like Indiana Jones, but a lot slower. I would say it's Indiana Jones and a shooting gallery at the same time, right? But it's not as intense as Indiana Jones because there are a lot of live sets. So it uses AR technology as well as like practical sets and along with television screens. And I think it's a great ride. It's a lot of fun. One thing I would say about the ride, there's so much going on in the ride. If you're trying to play the game, you don't get to really appreciate how amazing, how crazy the ride is itself. When you're going in there, it is so wild, like the details and everything like that, but you're not noticing because you're just busy playing the ride and like, oh my God, I got to shoot these guys. I got to go do this and that. And it's pretty crazy, right? I think it's very detailed, very amazing ride. You know, it's not a crazy fast-paced thrill ride though, so I will say that. But some tips on the ride: pay attention to the arrows because that gets you coins, and that's one way to get coins. Is like when you're driving, you have to turn left, and then you get the bonus. You have to turn right. And not only turn right, you got to shoot the Koopas and stuff. There's a lot. So when you're playing this, when you're in this attraction and playing the game, it's you almost don't get to enjoy the ride. Like I hope maybe you can go twice or maybe 3 times because I know you want to try to beat your high score. Maybe a 3rd time and just kind of just sit there and enjoy. Although if you really enjoy, you're gonna make your team lose to Bowser. But hey. But the thing is, I think the ride is so beautiful and so amazing, like you just kind of want to look. Yeah, see, and then there you go. So look and aim, and that's how you aim and so forth like that. And there's a little presentation, but the land, it's amazing. It's a little bit smaller than Japan, and I'll talk about a little bit of the differences too. The Japan, the merchandising is completely different. Japan has a lot more treats and cookies and cakes and stuff like that, and here is more traditional. Also, I think the store is a little bit smaller as well, and some of the food is a little bit of the same that's in Japan. And there's Luigi burger, the Mario burger, and I think about the spaghetti. But those are just a couple of things right there. But see, everybody's got to get 100 coins if you guys want to defeat Team Bowser, right? Or else Team Bowser wins, and then but you will get an achievement if you lose, if you have the power band. But no, the ride is super cool. It is super amazing, and I think just the land, just going around the land, hanging out, playing the mini games are a lot of fun. There's a cool mini game, but here, we'll get to this part right here. And I think we're about to get on the ride. I think I had to like put you guys down for a little bit. But like I said, the quality is just because I'm streaming live on Twitch. So here you go. Boom. And it looks like you kind of go fast, right? But it simulates, motion pretty well. But then we go to live sets right here. And you can see how beautiful it looks, how it looks like you're just in the game. And what you're not seeing right now is I see AR stuff in my goggles. So I'm seeing, the characters going around. I'm seeing stuff fly at me. So it's almost like 3D. Excuse me. I had such a long day, but a fun day. But yeah, I mean, I guess, I won't show you the whole thing. If you guys want to see the whole thing, we'll talk about it on my stream on Twitch and stuff like that. But yeah, see, here's one of the mini games where you got to make the Goomba, you got to crank the wheel. And I'll show you, I think we have a little bit of my young one playing. Yeah, there we go. So, that's another thing. These games that you play are actually really like active. You're going to get active. You're going to get a little sweaty. Make sure you pack that deodorant because the games are like a lot of fun. Like the crank, you got to crank that wheel fast. There's a thing with the piranha plant where you have to hit all these alarm clocks. And maybe I have that on footage. But here we go. That's the king piranha plant. And this one is cool because there's like all these alarm clocks and you have to turn them off before it wakes up the piranha plant. So this is just tough. I'm just got my phone in my hand, and if you win, you get a key. And this is the Bowser Jr. experience. And this is another mini game, and you have to turn all the blocks to a certain color, and you have to just team up with your friend, and you got to go fast. These guys are going kind of slow, but you got to hit all the. So if you got to hit the yellow blocks, turn them blue, and so forth like that. It's another fun game that you get a key for. So let's say I don't have a power bank. Can I play this game? Yes. You play the game, you win, and that's it. You play the game with a power band, and it saves onto your app. It makes it so much immersive. You know, like you see your high score, and if you play the games twice, they're actually more difficult. That's another cool thing about having the power band, right? When you play these mini games and you play it again, the power band recognizes, oh, you already played this. We're gonna amp the difficulty, which was really cool. And there was like another game where I had to do some timing, and the timing was a lot more difficult. Here's me playing. We knock it out of the park and so forth like that. But yeah, I think that would be my recommendation is get yourself a power band. Look at that. Boom. Speed run. I think we had the world record right now. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, the land's amazing. It is a lot of fun. I recommend it 100%. I'd recommend a power band. I know it's $40, but it makes it, it's like a video game. It adds a little bit more immersiveness to the land. And but yeah, no, that's been my quick guide on the Super Nintendo World Hollywood. See right here, here's one of the mini games, and you have to kind of like do some timing. And on the second version, it is a lot more difficult. The timing changes and so forth like that. So, you know, you come over here, you tap, and it's so cool. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you find this guide useful. Remember, get your power band, download the app, get your power band, get to the park as early as you can. And, you know, and then you get to have fun, and you get to see, boom, I hit it. The PAL goes off, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm excited. I'll be hanging out in the land, just, you know, playing the games, getting my score, making sure, you know, I don't, you know, people don't beat my score, but there's going to be people that go to the park all the time. But hey, I was top scorer for one day. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for checking out the video. You know, when you finally go, let me know. Let me know. All right, guys. Peace.